Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into the mind of a single creator with two sides that seem like they're from completely different planets. DrWright. On one hand, you've got this philosopher talking about cosmic unity. On the other, a razor-sharp lyricist. So the big question is, how do these two fit together? Let's get into it.
And this quote right here, this is basically the master key to understanding everything. It's from his own spiritual text, the Book of One and All, and it's the foundation for his entire worldview. The main idea? Everything and everyone is interconnected. But here's where it gets interesting. He takes this one core belief and expresses it in two totally different ways. One is as the serene philosopher, and the other as an aggressive, super intricate rapper.
So first up, let's explore the big picture, the philosophy side of things. We're going to take a look at his spiritual text, the Book of One and All.
He calls it philosophical fossil fuel. What a great phrase, right? It's like ancient wisdom, but supercharged for the modern world. And it's written for what he calls the quiet warrior of the spirit. Basically, anyone looking to find some real truth underneath all the noise of daily life.
And if you boil it all down to its absolute core, this whole philosophy is about one thing: love. But we're not talking about a simple emotion here. For him, it's a fundamental force of the universe, the universal frequency of creation that connects every single thing and transcends all the boundaries we try to put up.
The book itself is actually structured as a series of psalms. You can think of each one as a key, designed to unlock a different part of this whole interconnected worldview.
You can really see how his philosophy builds on itself. It starts with a huge universal concept, love. Then it brings it right down to a personal level. The divine is within you. From there, it pushes you to question all the external illusions, which leads to the final and most powerful idea, that your own mind can actually shape your destiny.
And this is such a cool way to explain a really deep concept. He uses these two massive figures to talk about a fundamental duality. Jesus symbolizes your individual sacred path, but Christ embodies the collective spirit we're all a part of. His teaching is that you have to embrace both to become whole.
Which brings us to a fascinating question. If you're building this philosophy on love and unity, how in the world do you translate that into the often aggressive and competitive world of hip-hop? This is where we shift from the macro down to the micro.
And just like that, the language totally shifts. This isn't the serene philosopher anymore, not by a long shot. This is DrWright the lyricist, getting ready to deconstruct his own work.
And here we go into the microverse. This is the world of the rapper, where all those big, universal ideas get encoded into these incredibly dense, multi-layered, and often confrontational bars.
Okay, take this line. At first glance, it seems like a pretty straightforward image. A rock rolling down a hill. But in DrWright's world, you gotta know, nothing is ever that simple.
The lyrical density here is just insane. Layer 1 is the literal image of a rock. Layer 2 is a pun on Chris Rock. And Layer 3, Hits Do Land, is a clever reference to a pop culture moment where his hits, well, they literally landed. That's 3 distinct meanings packed into just 11 words. It's wild.
And this style is all over his work. He's constantly playing with sound and meaning. The image of moving pasta in a zigzag pattern perfectly mirrors the layered structure of a lasagna. It's the kind of lyric that forces you to stop, rewind, and unpack what you just heard. So how do these two worlds connect? How does the philosopher of the one and all coexist with this sharp, complex wordsmith? Are they opposites, or are they really two sides of the same coin? Well, the connection is right back in the philosophy. Psalm 8 says the mind is a quantum realm of infinite possibility and that you are the architects of your destiny. The power to shape reality, he argues, is already inside us. And now, look at this lyric. It's the exact same theme, just expressed through a totally different lens. His rap isn't just wordplay for its own sake. It's about using words as tools for construction, for building bridges and igniting light. It's about being an architect. So when you put it all together, the Book of One and All and the intricate rap verses, they're not in conflict at all. They're just two different toolkits being used for the exact same job. Think of it like this. The philosophy gives you the grand blueprint for how reality works. The lyrics, that's the verbal gymnastics that demonstrate that power in action, showing how language itself can be bent, layered, and reformed to create new meaning. Both are designed to make you a conscious creator of your own experience.
In the end, DrWright's work argues that we all wield this power. Which really forces a question for all of us, doesn't it? If your words truly shape your reality, what reality are you creating?